Hey, hi. I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. It's time for another reading. So today I have the Chakra Wisdom Tarot, and I have the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. So I decided to use them both. Oh, one sec. All right. I didn't grab a clarification deck, I just noticed. So I grabbed the Flamingo Las Vegas deck, so we'll be using that. So they're all pre-shuffled. Let's go ahead and get started. All right. So let's go ahead and we'll shuffle one time. I just seen the Ten of Swords. Darn. Some backstabbing energy. I don't know. Well, we'll see what's going on here. General energy for today's reading is the Eight of Swords. Darn. Somebody's trapped in the confines of their own mind, right? Either that or someone's going to jail, right? Those are two options here. Now in the reverse, this is about somebody not being stuck in their head and not dealing with jail or anything like that. So we have two different sides here. All right, we'll keep that in the upright. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Happy, healthy, and safe, you know. So let's go ahead and grab 5 cards to start out here. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Hope everything is okay with you and your family. Everybody's happy, healthy, and safe. Hope you're doing well on your healing journey. If you are new here, I wish the same for you. Also, I do suggest you get yourself a deck of tarot cards. You're already here, might as well learn it, right? If not, if that's not your thing, there's plenty of things that you can do to take your mind off of whatever's bothering you, right? That's what this is about. Taking your mind off of whatever's bothering you, learning something new, possibly if that's not your thing, maybe going out into nature, walking the pets, going hiking, going to the beach, going to the mountains, whatever it is, to get you out in the air, out into nature, so you don't have to worry about whatever it is that's bothering you. Yeah, the main focus here of this channel is to get people to heal and maybe do positive things in their life instead of, you know, doing things that are undesirable to you, right? If you like the way that I read, you can subscribe, like, comment, and share, but it's up to you. Either way, I will still be here tomorrow. Okay? So we got our 5 cards. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. It's like a surprise. We don't know what's going on here. I think I see a couple reversals, though. We have the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups represents a third-party situation or a celebration. Somebody may be celebrating or somebody may not be, right? Somebody may be dealing with third parties, other people involved, and somebody may not. Simple as that. So let's go ahead and see what we have. Temperance in the reverse. Knight of Wands in the reverse. 8 of Cups, 7 of Cups, 10 of Cups in the end. That's great. That's a great ending. But it kind of looks like we're off to a rocky start because we have the Temperance card in reverse. Now, this card is about being balanced and grounded and patient. But in the reverse, not so much. We have an impatient person out there, very unbalanced and very ungrounded. That could be this Eight of Swords individual in their head, overthinking, too much going on there, right? This person could also be dealing with other people or a third party. But it's showing here that, you know, usually this position is one person and this could be another. Or this is one person and what they're dealing with, right? So let's find out. With that Temperance card in reverse, is telling us right away that we have an impatient, unbalanced, ungrounded individual who could possibly be stuck in their head, overthinking, also dealing with others that have to do with something here. Now, with this Knight of Wands in the reverse right here, this is telling me that there's someone here that does not want to play games. This could possibly be 2 separate people, right? Because somebody who's unbalanced and impatient is most likely a game player. So we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse right next to it, and that's telling me that this is a separate person, somebody that does not play these games. All right. And in the end, we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups here is a card of walking away, right? Walking away from possibly unbalanced, impatient types of people. That's, you know what? And that's good. I mean, if you got to walk away from chaos, do it. You don't need to be involved in that. So, you could be dealing with others who are, interrupting your days, doing things to bother you. If you're this Knight of Wands reverse, right? You could be having somebody that you just don't want to play these games anymore. So it looks like you're playing games with some immature people, could possibly be. One or more people, places, and things. And what do we say that around here? We don't like to be around people, places, or things that are toxic, low vibrational, bad vibes. It's not worth it. It's not. The best thing to do is just to walk away, right? Unless, of course, you have to stay for some reason or another. But the best thing here is to ignore these people, walk away, and do whatever you need to do to move forward. And that's it. Plain and simple. Now we also have the Seven of Cups here, and this is about somebody who, possibly has a lot of options. Now this could be obstacle or advice. Now the obstacle here is, does somebody have a lot of options? They may or may not. This card right here, it's part of the story, but it hasn't happened in the story, right? It doesn't happen until things go correctly, moving in this direction. So we could either have an obstacle that somebody doesn't have a lot of options, or we have advice where somebody does have a lot of options. So, it's give or take, right? One or the other. Now, in the end, we also have the Ten of Cups, and this is happy family, happy home. Oh, joy, right? Everything works out in the end for a certain individual or individuals, depending on who's involved, right? But it looks like a happy ending. So let's grab the Flamingo Las Vegas deck and find out a little bit more about what's going on here. We do have the Temperance card in reverse, and we all know that that's about being impatient, unbalanced, and not very grounded. So let's find out what is going on here. Okay, and they are the types to backstab, right? We have the backstabbing energy here. This means that somebody here has got some sort of backstabbing energy. Now, this could be either them doing it or somebody doing it to them. This person, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles is about planting seeds, nurturing those seeds to grow. But it also can be somebody who is trying to heal. Now, if we have a Temperance card here, let's think about this logically now for a second. All right, so I can kind of show you where I get my ideas from. If we have a person who is unbalanced, impatient, not very grounded person, dealing with Ten of Swords energy, backstabbing energy, and then we have something here that says the Star card, healing. No, we are not in Star card healing energy here. This would be nurturing energy, right? Planting seeds. And from what I can see here in this individual here is somebody is definitely planting seeds for some sort of backstabbing energy. And that's what I see here, and that's what I've come up with. Because somebody who is toxic like that, they're not going to be in healing energy mode. They're going to be in like retaliation or angry mode. You know what I'm saying? It's logical stuff, you guys. Let's go ahead and see if we can get another card to explain a little bit more of this. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, a new start in balance or grounding. So this could also be telling me that somebody is targeting somebody who has a new start. Somebody who's balanced and grounded and just wants to start and do something new, right? So we do have that energy there too. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is telling me that somebody here is definitely trying to get away with something. So that's double confirmation telling me that somebody here is trying to get away with some sort of backstabbing energy, plotting and planning with this nurturing, right? Nurturing could be nurturing backstabbing energy towards an individual who is just a new start in a positive direction. Because this is like the only positive card here besides this, which is a Star card, but with the cards around it and what's going on here, this is not the Star card. This is the planting seeds and trying to nurture those seeds. So that could either be something good, planting good seeds, or planting negative seeds. And the negative seeds appear right here. Okay? And I guess Brian agrees with that too. Now, the Seven of Swords is somebody getting away with something, but in the reverse, this is about somebody that's not trying to get away with anything, right? But with the way the cards are going, this is showing me that somebody is definitely trying to get away with something sneaky. So let's go ahead and move on to the Knight of Wands. So we have somebody here planning some sneaky backstabbing. Very bad, very bad. Knight of Wands here, starting out. Tell us about this Knight of Wands in the reverse, please, starting out here. Knight of Wands. Here we go. So at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Four of Cups. And that's telling me here that somebody wants to make an offer somewhere. Now, whether or not that offer is accepted, we don't know, right? Depends on the offer. Right? What is the offer? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it something that's sneaky? You know, use your own discernment. If the story resonates, because remember, this is just a story, but it's realistic and it can resonate with people, right? It can, but it doesn't mean that it's everyone's story. And don't make it your story if it's not really sounding any type of way with whatever you're going through. You know, when I used to listen to the tarot, you know, sometimes I do, like when I take walks and I want to listen to something. I will start listening to a reading. If it sounds like, no, this doesn't sound like anything, I turn it off right away. I don't even bother to listen to the whole thing because I don't want any weird ideas put in my head, right? And that's what can happen if you watch too much tarot. Weird ideas get put in your head. You start thinking too much. It's not good to be involved in tarot every day. Unless you're like me and you try to teach it and you're just trying to help people, then okay. But to find answers, it's really, the advice has to be good. It has to be sound. It can't be anything that's destructive or hurtful to you or anyone else, right? It has to be real life stuff. I will give you an example. I have a perfect example. The other day I was speaking to somebody and I told them that I read tarot and they were, oh, I should get a reading from you. And you guys know I won't give a reading to anybody. I will use my own discernment and I will talk to the person before I actually agree to do it. And most of the time the answer is no, because some people don't understand the tarot. Somebody asked me, I want to ask, you know, and she was pointing to her chest, if this is cancer. And I said to her right away, right off the bat, because I asked her first, like, why do you want a reading done? And she said, oh, because I want to know if this is cancer in my chest. And I said, well, first of all, no tarot reader is a doctor. Well, no, you know, scratch that. There are doctors who are tarot readers. I don't know about medical doctors, but I have found that there's a few doctors out there that read tarot. There's a lot of veterans that read tarot too. But I told this woman, you're not going to find that answer in a card reading. You have to go to the doctor. You have to go to make an appointment with a physician and be checked out that way. You're not going to find your answers in these cards. And I don't suggest anyone try to find any kind of medical answers from the cards, right? If anything, this is more of a therapy thing. It's not a physical, are you sick or not thing. This is something like, okay, you've been through something. Let's see what kind of good advice we can give you to get over this problem. That's what this is. It's not anything that can tell you, oh, you know, your leg will heal or you need anything physically. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. So I want to get that straight for someone out there. Okay. So I got a double confirmation that was good for me to say. Okay. Yeah. You will not get any sound, physical, medical advice from a tarot card reading. Okay. All right. And as you know, if you click the drop down below, you will find in my words down there, this is for entertainment purposes only, or I like to teach it, and that's it. Maybe give a little advice that's safe, and that's it. Okay. All right. So, and even with that Four of Cups there, an offer could be an offer of advice. Now you can take it or leave it, but that's on you. No one here is forcing you to make choices for your own personal life, situations. It's you have to take responsibility for your own actions. Okay? So someone may or may not take the advice, right? Now, in the reverse, somebody's not going to make an offer at all, because of some reason or another. Maybe they realize themselves that, oh, this is a bad offer, I'm not going to do it, which is fine. This is fine. Either way is fine. All right. We have the Six of Cups here. There's a lot of love here. Somebody here who does not want to play games. This person has a lot of love, or a lot of people love this person, or something like that. This could also be, reminiscent of the past. Somebody thinking about someone from the past, someone that they love. So, because we know that the Six of Cups can be that. It's also the Lover's card, right? In this deck, it doubles as a Lover's card. So we do have someone who is loved, or who loves, who is not willing to deal with any game players out there. This person is waiting for their ships to come in. So this person is just waiting for the right time to do something, right? But it doesn't have to do with love, though. So the person who doesn't play games, it's kind of showing here that this person, they love themselves. They're waiting for their ships to come in, for things to happen for them. And they're not really focused on their emotions or love or anything like that. So this person could be putting like love on the back burner, not very emotional, probably has their emotions in check even. Yeah, not, getting too out of control when they're emotional. This person's got it together most likely. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the Eight of Cups over here and find out about this walking away. Eight of Cups, walking away. All right, walking away for some reason. Okay, we have the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords is about making a choice, but it's in the reverse. So there's no real choice being made right now. We also have the Ten of Pentacles. This is something that's not going to last forever. So somebody is thinking about walking away, it could be. They're not really making a choice right now, but they also know that whatever they're dealing with is something that's not going to last forever. So maybe you have money problems. It's not going to last forever. Maybe you're arguing with friends or family or somebody. It's not going to last forever. Whatever you're dealing with that's bothering you, it's not going to last forever. Eventually, it will get resolved. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, and somebody here, and the Two of Pentacles is about making a hasty move, right? This person, in the upright, it's about, sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. That is not correct. This card is also the High Priestess. Okay, and the High Priestess in reverse is basically somebody who doesn't have a lot of knowledge on something. This person's got it right here, right? They're not really emotional. They love themselves. They're waiting for the right time to do something, or waiting for something to happen for them. But walking away, somebody is not making that choice right now. There could be others that may think they're walking away or ignoring a situation, but that's not the case. This person has just not made a decision to walk away yet, right? They know that whatever they're dealing with is something that will not last forever. But with this Two of Pentacles reverse, this is High Priestess reverse. This could also be telling me that somebody's not doing something because they're still trying to figure something out. That could be the case here. Now, this person also, when it's Two of Pentacles upright, this is like multitasking, doing a lot. This person is most likely taking their time, not really doing too much, just kind of maybe doing whatever they're supposed to do, and then you move along, right? So somebody, it looks like somebody here knows that whatever they're dealing with, it's not forever. And they're not quite sure about the situation, so they're just going to stand by. So I kind of feel like that Three of Wands right here is this person dealing with someone like this. Someone who's kind of backstabby, deceptive, nurturing, backstabbing energy towards somebody who's just trying to get a good start. Now we have the Seven of Cups here. Oh, bottom of the deck, I didn't show you guys. We have the Three of Pentacles. This is about collaborating with others. So that's why, so that pulls it all together. This is why somebody's not really making any moves right now, because they're collaborating with others, trying to figure something out. And when that's the case, I mean, take all the time you need, right? You want things done right. You want them done correctly. You collaborate with others and you figure out how to do things to make it happen, right? Now in the reverse, this is somebody who's not collaborating with others. Somebody who may walk away because they don't have the proper knowledge or don't know what to do, whatever the case. But somebody here is not collaborating with others either. So if you do need help on something, I suggest you do find out and do some research and find out the people you need to talk to get the help you need. Maybe that'll help you out, right? Seek the help of some, professionals, right? Okay. So now we'll go to the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups here, we know, is about having a lot of options. Somebody here might have a lot of options. Maybe you haven't been using those options. I suggest you do, especially if you're trying to figure something out and you need a little help. It's good to see what kind of options you have on getting that help. Okay? Maybe you got to do a little research. Whatever you need to do. It's always good to get that little extra help if you need it. We have the Eight of Cups. So this is something that somebody might walk away from the situation, but this card is also the Moon card. So there is some sort of secrets and illusions, or there's something that's just not clear here. That's probably why this person can't figure out, should I walk away from this or should I pursue it? It's showing here though, when this card comes out over here, Eight of Cups, this is about secrets and illusions. It's also somebody here doesn't want something to end. So somebody could let something go and leave it alone, but it looks like they're not. Somebody is not. Somebody knows there's some secrets and illusions here, right? Somebody knows that they have options to figure this out. And in the end, we have swift movement to create stability or swift messages coming in, right? Somebody may receive some important message that helps them figure something out. Figure out how to do something, how to devise something, what to sign up for, whatever it is, right? This is showing that somebody is making swift movement to create that stability. And the stability I'm talking about is like that mental stability. Trying to figure something out and, I got it. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. It's that kind of stability. Being stable in your mind and understanding on how to carry out a task. Simple as that. Bottom of the deck, look at that. I should have just looked. The Nine of Wands. Now, this is the Wounded Warrior card. This is a card about somebody who's been through a lot of battle, right? But they still got one last fight left in them to make it to that 10th, right? Somebody's got that last fight left. But this is also the Sun card. This card is about illumination, enlightenment, realization, figuring things out. So somebody may figure something out. And it may work in their favor. Now, in the reverse, the Sun card is still the Sun card, but there's not all the information is clear, so maybe some more work needs to be done, or research needs to be done, or collaborating with others needs to be done. So, yeah, looking good, okay? Final card, Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups, tell us about this happy family, happy home, everybody's joyful, everybody's happy. Hip, hip, hooray, right? Hip, hip, hooray. So let's see what we got here. We need two more cards. All right. Five of Swords in the reverse is always a good card to get. And final card we have here. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. So somebody could be in this energy. This is somebody who can take care of themselves. This is an independent individual, male or female, because females can be independent and take care of themselves too. So this is a person who could be a business owner, somebody who's very generous and kind to others and very nurturing, right? This person is very balanced and grounded, right? Now in the reverse, this guy is not very good, all right? So somebody here could be dealing with a criminal type, because the King of Pentacles in reverse is somebody who gets their money by criminal means, lying, cheating, stealing, fraud, and all that other stuff. Anything bad that you could think of for somebody to get money, this is the King of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So we have two people here possibly. I heard something outside. I just wanted to see if it was my neighbor that were pulling in their trash can. So, all right. So somebody here will have wish fulfillment. But I'm also showing here we have 3 cards in the reverse. Okay. This is telling me that somebody is doing something for selfishness and excess, right? Somebody could be against a person who has 10 of Cups energy. Happy family, happy home, they're content. But it looks like there's somebody out there who's trying to be against somebody for selfish reasons, right? Part of those reasons is somebody found out the truth about somebody. There you have it. That's what that liar card is in the reverse. Somebody found out some truth about somebody's selfishness and excess, which could be stealing, lying, cheating, and all that stuff. It's not wish fulfillment, that's for sure. 9 of Cups in the reverse is selfishness and excess. Somebody also found out that somebody was lying. And then we have the 4 of Cups reverse, another offer refused. So somebody could be trying to offer somebody something, but they're doing it out of selfishness and excess, and they're lying. So you don't want to deal with anyone like that, especially if you're in the energy of the 10 of Cups, because all you do is good and right to others, like this King of Pentacles upright. But then we have the King of Pentacles reverse, who could be that selfish, excessive person that you may have found out about their lies, and who you will not be making an offer or accepting any offers from this person, whatever they are, right? So if you are in this 10 of Cups energies dealing with somebody like that, just keep living your life and doing whatever you do. And I suggest you just don't communicate with these people. People, places, person, or thing, right? Anything. Anything out there that brings negativity to your life, I suggest you just don't deal with them at all. Because people like that are definitely going to bring you down and sabotage your future happiness, your future goals. You don't want to be with low vibrational people. You want to be in the energy of people who are positive, who uplift you, you uplift them, you know, things like that. Okay? So that's kind of what's going on. It looks like what's going on here. My suggestion is just stay away from the toxic people around you. Okay? You don't need to communicate with these people. Just remember my famous words. They're not paying your bills, so you don't need to associate yourself with them. If they're toxic, if they're negative, and if they're, you know, if they have nothing nice to say, that's another thing. You might be talking to people and you're like, gosh, these people, they just have nothing nice to say. Always complaining, always a problem. Yeah, it's not advised to hang out with people like that either. It rubs off. That kind of energy rubs off. You don't want to be a negative person. And especially if you're a pretty positive person and you're doing all right, I say stick to your own thing, you know? So we do have the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. I like to use these together because it's kind of like a set. It's by Tori Hartman. Yeah, they look like this. But it's kind of like a set. I kind of like it. So let's go ahead and see what oracles come out. I've already pre-shuffled, but I feel like I was talking a lot. So let's just do a quick pre-shuffle again. And let's see what comes out. These are, I will only accept these in the upright, okay? What do we have for Oracle today? Okay, 4 seems okay. We do have service at the bottom of the deck, and that's very nice. Somebody here could be a service to others, helping others. Positive aspect, positive person, right? So first card that came out was mysticism. Somebody might be religious or take part in some sort of, I don't know, spiritualism or something like that. There's a possibility. Now we have trickery. We have someone out there who's definitely in the energy of trickery, trying to trick someone, trying to probably instigate some sort of backstabbing energy. This could be lying, cheating, stealing, slander, anything that's negative, right? Trickery, trying to fool someone. And then we have balance. We have another person out there who's very balanced or trying to balance themselves or trying to balance others. This is a positive, motivational person, right? And they could be, look at this picture. Look at the three people below who look all angry and mad. And this guy up here is just really nicely balanced. So somebody out there could be really balanced, dealing with a bunch of people who are not. And then we have gossip. All right, this could be part of this selfishness and excess even, and the lies that were found out about, and the offers not being accepted. There could be gossip amongst people against somebody who is just trying to live happy and have a happy life, happy family, happy home, whatever they got going on. So, you know, it kind of looks like somebody's trying to disturb the peace, right? Now, whether it happens or not, I mean, it all depends on the person involved here. Are you going to allow them to disturb your peace, or are you going to, you know, do something to protect it, you know? But that's kind of all I have for you guys. You know, if it resonated, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Also, keep it true love energy. Happy, friendly, loving types. We have nothing to fear as long as we stay calm and cheerful. I'm Mona. It's Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot, and I'll talk to you next time.